How to succeed in 2024 with a minimum amount of lawn care equipment. Got good news for people who've only got the basic equipment. G'day YouTubers, it's Jeff from McPhee's Gardening, Melbourne, Australia. I've got some great news for you guys. The ones that have only got a small amount of equipment. With a mower, a whippersnipper and a blower, it's amazing what you can achieve. Now, there's a lot of businesses in Australia, and I would say more than half, probably 70%, this is my guess, that only had the basic equipment and make a decent living. Sure, you can build up and have greater equipment at a later stage, but when you're first starting out, or even if you've been doing it for a while, having 3 items, a mower, a whipper and a blower, you'd be surprised what you can earn. In my area, we could do 10 lawns at $70 a lawn, $700 a day. That's not too bad, is it? So what are we going to do? We'll just go through the 3 items when you're starting out, what I would recommend. I mean, even if you've just been doing it for a long time, still nothing wrong with this. So with a mower, is it battery or is it petrol? Battery mowers have come a long way. I've seen a lot of contractors, many contractors are starting to use battery mowers. I'm waiting to get one later in the year because my particular brand is releasing a later model. We'll have to wait and see because I've got all the batteries from my other equipment. It's silly for me to change brands at the moment. So a battery mower can do just as good a job as a petrol mower. So if you're going to look for maybe you'll go for the petrol mower, you've got 2 decisions, a commercial or residential. Residential mowers are made for the home user that might mow his lawns probably 30, 40 times a year, last him 10 years, there's $300 or $400, 300 or 400 cuts he'll do with that mower. Now you as a contractor, you'll do that in a couple of months. So it's important when you're selecting a mower that you get a commercial mower, a commercial brand. So you're going to go self-propelled or you're going to go push mower. Self-propelled mowers are a godsend. If you've done 10 to 12, 14 lawns a day, pushing a mower, you're pretty well snookered by the end of the day. Self-propelled, you'd be surprised how much you've got left in the tank. But newcomers, when you're using these self-propelled mowers for the first time on a small block, and you're engaging the clutch to progress forward, you've got to learn how to use it properly, because what happens, you run over a tap or a plank, because what happens, you panic. You tend to forget to disengage and the thing will pull you along. You won't stop it and it'll run over something. So if you do get a self-propelled, practice on an open air or practice on a larger block of land. So it makes it a lot easier for you. But at the end of the day, having a commercial mower with strength and parts and reliability from your local mower shop, it's a really honest approach to doing it. If you can, if your budget does allow, get yourself a backup mower. Now it can be a residential mower, or it can be a battery mower, or it can be preferably another commercial mower. I've got several other commercial mowers that I use, much lighter because I need to carry them up and down stairs. But generally I use a larger self-propelled, but you can have the smaller one as a backup. With the mowers, buy them from a local mower shop because there's parts and pieces and bits and pieces that are available to you from the local mower shop. Don't buy online, go to the mower shop, support your local mower shop. But at the same time, have a look at doing your own maintenance. Because if you do your own maintenance, you understand the machine. And if you're out in the field and you have a problem, you can fix it because you know your machine. Now, there's not too many things I can't fix with the mower. I won't, as soon as it's an engine rebuild or something like that, I'll just go and get another mower. But all the other little bits, break a cable, break something, you will. And that's why you need that backup mower. Nothing worse when you run up to the customer for the first time mowing the lawn, you've broken the throttle cable. So you knock on the door and say, oh, I've got to go back home and fix the mower. Well, if you've got the standby one, you keep going. 2 mowers I think is very important. In fact, the next item to have, of course, is the whippersnipper, the strimmer, the weed whacker, the brush cutter. I don't know what you call it all over the world. We call them whippersnippers in Australia. Do you go battery or do you go petrol? I'm pretty strong on this one. Battery is a must. It's quiet, there's no fumes, there's no maintenance, and all you have to do, you pull the trigger and it goes. Whereas a petrol one, hot day, fuel vaporizes, you go home with a sore shoulder, you pull the cord out, you've got to replace the cord, it's a pain. These whippersnippers, on number 3 setting on the Husqvarna, for example, equal to 25cc petrol mower. That is more than enough to do a domestic lawn, or even commercial lawns. With the whippersnipper, petrol or battery, as I said before, think long and hard. It is more expensive, I agree, but at the end of the day, once you've bought your batteries and chargers, you can use them for other battery equipment that you have, and also you've got that chase up of not having fuel anymore. You'd be surprised you get your money back. When you're buying a whippersnipper, yeah, right, petrol or battery, have a think about a split system. Now, a split system allows you to put many different pieces on this. So when you start out, you're going to have the trimmer hedge. Once you have that trimmer hedge, we can put other parts on. We can put a edger. Now have a look at this. Nice edger, nice cut edges. So what we're doing at the end of the day, we're not buying a different edger. We can put on a hedger. We can put a pole saw. We can add lots of different things on this multi-tool. Doesn't hurt the mark, still operates the same. Something to think about. Just one other thing with whippersnippers. Get yourself a speed head. Now, a lot of other whippersnipper heads, you've got to pull the thing apart and try to put it all together. This is a matter of lining up the arrow with the hole and putting it through, drawing it out, and winding it up. How easy is that? The other thing with whippersnippers, I leave the guard on. 2 reasons. Safety, stones flying about, but it also regulates the length of this cord. If that cord goes out too far, it puts too much of a load on the gearbox. And over the years, it can wear that down very quickly. Something to think about. I know a lot of girls don't wear the guards because they can get in and out of areas and they can control their line. That's fine. I find that too hard. I just rather have it on. It stops my shins getting hit by stones, and it protects the gearbox. Okay, blower. Very important to clean up. With a petrol blower, full bore, those things drive you crazy. Customers hate it. Batteries are so quiet if you use them properly. If you use them full bore, yes, they are annoying. And the other thing is using them full bore all the time, they do have a disadvantage. They really suck the batteries really badly. So what I do is I just feather it quietly. So when I'm doing something, I only apply enough power to move the debris that I want. So that's quiet. Now that's full bore. That's nice and quiet. Now I'm running at about this sort of quietness. All right. As you see there, hardly any noise, yet it moves the debris. Don't need the full power. If I did a car park or I'm moving monstrous amount of leaves, I'll use a petrol backpack plower because I'm using it for hours. But this thing on a domestic property, 5 minutes, quiet, no one knows you're around. Something to think about. Battery, petrol, there is a huge difference. Battery is the way of the future, whether you like it or not. No maintenance, it's quiet, it's so easy to use. All right, so in a nutshell, you don't have to have ride-on mowers and standers and great big machines to run a successful lawn care business. You only need those 3 items. Well, sure, you're going to pick up your tools, your secateurs, your rakes, and all those things as you go along, well, when you first start. But those 3 main items can allow you to earn, good money per day, per week, per month, per year. It is nothing to be ashamed if you've been in operation for many, many years and you still only got those 3 items. The running cost, I know guys that have run only those 3 pieces of equipment, and they're lucky to spend 10%. 90% goes into their pocket. Whereas you're running in the big machines and that, you're using a lot of petrol, parts, amortisation of the costs over the life of the machines. they're spending big bucks. They're spending 40, 50% in some cases. You know, maybe more, maybe less. But just those 3 items, 90% in your pocket's pretty good. So if you feel that I feel inadequate because I haven't got the bigger equipment, don't be. You can run just as successful, if not more successful, than the other guys. But to stand out, make sure you have reliable equipment. You buy the best you can. Reliability means professionalism, means you're going to be prompt, and means you're going to be reliable. Thanks for watching. If you haven't watched before or saw our channel, please subscribe. Likes and share, and heaps of comments, please. Really thank you for the support that we got at the start of the year. We're off to a great start of number 3, and we're going to keep punching these out each week or two. See you on the next video. Thank you.